Let me know when you guys are all back. We're gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna look at this stuff for now. You guys can see me? Okay, cool. So the basics of what we're going to be going over right now is going to be not necessarily the setting or the plot or anything weird like that. We're just going to be going on how can you get into the game. Um, this video is going to be going up on YouTube later tonight, so all of you on YouTube, the days that I'm referring to are still completely appropriate, assuming you're watching it today, tomorrow. I'll try to use dates as well, even though I'm awful at them. Today is Monday, November 18th. If you would like to play in the Dungeons and Dragons groups that's coming up, Pathfinder group specifically, we're going to be doing a little drawing on Wednesday. Well, not necessarily a drawing. I'm going to be picking who's going to be playing what's on Wednesday, and to be playing Saturday. We're going to be doing Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's just going to be the time we play at. If you can show up then. We'll be playing for 4 hours. So obviously don't enter if you don't have 4 hours on that day from 3 p.m. PST. It might go a little bit long too, so try to have like 5 or 6 hours available. We're scheduling for 4 hours, but there's always that chance that you guys get caught in the end of combat at the very end of the game. For those of you who have no fucking idea what's going on here, I am running a Pathfinder campaign out of my own books, out of my own world. I've designed everything, pretty much. I pretty much made it from scratch. We're going to be doing once a week, every week. We're going to get people in to play with us. If you create a character and you get in this week, you get to sit around and play with me for a couple days ahead of time. I'll help you get your character all set up, make sure it's balanced properly, make sure everything works the way that we intend it to work. And then Saturday is showtime. We play with said character. If your character dies, I apologize. Truly, you're going to be out for the rest of that week. You'll still be eligible to play again next week with a brand new character, though. If you don't show up the following week, or if I just feel like getting new people in, we're going to be getting new people in every single week, or we might keep some people around. If your character does survive and you don't get in the following week, your character continues to live on. He's just going to be hanging out in the guild, basically in the downtime. He'll be hanging out in the guild hall. How to enter? Yeah, if you guys want to enter to be in this week, send me a message in some way. Send me a Twitch PM, send me a YouTube comment. YouTube comments are going to be the highest reviewed. Basically, there's a tier list here that I'm going off of. YouTube comments are going to be the highest reviewed. Twitter is going to be second highest reviewed, and then Twitch PMs and Skype messages are basically the same thing. Whatever way you can get in contact with me is perfectly acceptable. It's just that I need YouTube comments essentially. If you want to get in here, send me a YouTube comment or Twitter message saying why. Why should I invite you? Give me an explanation. It can be as brief or as long as you want it to be. Just why should you play? Why should you play over the people over around here? Why should I pick you over Kitty, or you over Hecadus, or you over whoever? You can make it your argument however you like. You can make it a story. You can make it hilarious. You can make it serious. You guys know me. I usually tend to stick to the funnier side of the world, but you guys can do it however you want to. You can show me a character that you've created. It's going to be on this video. I'm going to make this into a YouTube video straight away. Not straight away after this, but shortly. Yeah, YouTube comment this video, Twitter. You can do multiple of them if you want. If you want, you can like start an argument in a YouTube comment and then go to Twitter and then send the rest in a Twitch PM, or you can post the same thing to all three, or however you want to do it. It's all perfectly acceptable. Just get in contact with me. Let me know that you want to play. This video is this particular session is probably going to be kind of full. And if you don't get in this time, remember, I still love you. You will be able to get in at some point. We're having a rotational cast for a reason, and that's because I want to get as many people into the game as possible. I want to get as many people playing Pathfinder because I had a really easy time getting into a group, because luckily I was semi-internet famous at the time and it wasn't very hard for me to find groups. But I know for a lot of you guys out there, it's difficult. You guys can't find people to play with. You have a hard time getting a group set up either in real life or online, just because you don't necessarily have people that play with in real life, and online groups kind of, even if you can get them set, they kind of have a tendency of falling apart. Yeah. So this is your opportunity. You can come play. I'll be DM. We'll get random people in. Hopefully we get some new friendships out of it, and you guys can start your own side groups, maybe using the characters, maybe not. or you guys can just focus on playing with me all the time. Either way, that's perfectly acceptable. Criteria, good question, Jay. Criteria, you need a webcam. I might be lenient on that sometimes, maybe. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna make a webcam pretty much vital. I don't know. It's like 98% sure that webcams are going to be important, and obviously a microphone. You need a microphone. Make yourself a Roll20 account. Do not feel like you have to know everything or anything about Pathfinder or role playing in general beforehand. We will 100% go over it ahead of time. I'm not that type of person who's going to hate on you for being new. I will gladly help you. Gladly, gladly, gladly. That's why we do our drawings on Wednesday and we pick people on Wednesday because that gives me Wednesday and Thursday to help you guys with character creation. Friday night is going to be a combat simulation, 100% just combat. That's all it is. And then Saturday's game time. So I want to make sure everybody's as comfortable as possible ahead of time. Um, yeah, questions, guys. I know we only have like 16 people in chat right now, but questions. Any kind of questions you guys have, ask them because somebody in the comments is going to have a question. Somebody's going to watch this video at one point and have a question. Um, so I need something. I need questions, guys. Give me questions. Crappy webcam on a crappy computer, that's fine. Totally acceptable. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make webcams a requirement, but it makes the game feel better. It makes the show more fun to watch when you can see people's facial reactions to things. So it's kind of important. Do I have any recommendations for classes for people who have never played Dungeons and Dragons before? If it is your first time ever playing, ever, like you've never played a role playing game before, play something easy. Um, it is not. It's really not an insult to anybody in particular, but don't play a class that has spells. Like spells are very complicated, and you kind of have to know everything about combat before you get into a spellcaster because they just get really confusing and stupid. They're not super like if you play like one or two other characters first, you can get into it, but it's hard to make that leap originally. That being said, spellcasters are very fun to play. Um, what happens if something comes up after a person was chosen and can't make it last minute? Real life shit does happen. I totally get that. And if somebody, for whatever reason, just can't make it, we'll just grab somebody else. Just it's that simple. We'll just grab another person. We'll get somebody from chat on that day, or just let me know. Basically, just let me know as early as you can. If you can't make it, your grandma's sick, or your dog's drowning in the pool, or your goldfish is on fire, just let me know. Then I'll grab somebody else. I'll probably just grab someone who's a little bit more experienced, like Kitty or Hecadus or whoever's around that knows a little bit more about what they're doing, so that they can just quickly roll a character. What classes are considered easy to play? At low level, fighters are pretty easy. Rangers are pretty easy. Um, Rogues are easy if you role play. If you're more into the role play aspect than the actual fighting aspect. Pretty much rangers and fighters. Yeah. Gunslingers are a little bit complicated. Monks are fun. There's really no class that's wrong to start with. It's just that some of them are more complicated than others, and when you only have like 2 days to learn everything about it, it gets a little bit difficult. That's all I'm saying. I love monk. Yeah, I think monks are super entertaining. We have 2 Twitters. Alright, how are we doing here? Do we have any other questions? Will there be a certain whale appearing in the campaign? Bergson, that depends on how the dice go, man. For those of you that do or do not know, I get a bit silly sometimes on stream, and basically, if you can think of it, I can make it, and I'll try to make it into the game at some point. We ended up making a certain character at one point that I'm not going to be spoiling. Bergson, the playable race, if you really want to do that and you end up winning and getting into this, I will absolutely figure out a way to make it work for you. The actual specific character that we made, though, not for a while, and it depends on how the dice go. How big of a group? It's going to be 4 players. 4 players every single week. And as far as the actual size of the group goes, it just depends on how many people we get in. You missed how to get in, Zrikard. It's going to be at the beginning of the episode. I'm going to upload this all to YouTube. You can watch it there. And the only reason I'm not repeating it now is not because I'm hating on you. It's just because this is going to be a YouTube video that I'm putting up there for people to listen to and hear it all explained. So, do we need to have dice? Nope. Nope, you do not need to have dice. If you want to have dice, that's cool. I don't know how I'm going to handle off-camera rolling, but we use Roll20. So Roll20 will handle 99.9% of everything that you're ever going to need. You should make a Roll20 account, though. They're free to make and super fucking easy, even though sometimes it likes to argue with you and not actually do shit. Trying to think. Most of the actual mechanical systems are going to be of my own creation, so we'll have to go over those specifically in the game. I really don't want to spoil the setting too much in this video, just because I plan on doing like an actual introduction to the setting at some point in a separate video. Is group balance going to be an issue? Like if everyone rolls a rogue and just one guy makes a fighter? No, you guys can do whatever you want, dude. You guys can do literally anything that you want to do. You guys are fully capable of doing, as long as it's like, physically possible. Is it okay if you rename your half-orc? No, Takai, your half-orc's dead, bro. Your half-orc died. If you hadn't died, then absolutely. But your half-orc's dead. You gotta re-roll. Yeah, you can, but as far as actual group composition and group balance goes, no, you can do anything you want to do. If you guys each want to, if I get a group together one week and everyone just only wants to play bards, that's all that they have any interest in playing at all, then we'll run a group of 4 bards, and I'll scale the encounter around that. If I get a group one week that wants to be super serious and has a fighter and a cleric and a ranger and a wizard or something very specific that's intentionally trying to just burn content, then we'll make the content hard and difficult and challenging, and we'll do that. If you guys just want to play around and make the Spanish Inquisition and just make 4 Inquisitors, it is what it is. You guys do what you want to do. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun. That's the whole point of it. The whole entire purpose of this is for you guys to have fun. You guys can do whatever the shit that you want to do. Once dead in this world is forever dead. Yep. That's not necessarily 100% true. There are resurrections. But they're nothing that you guys are going to be worrying about for a long, 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 long time. You exist. No, Takai, your character exists in the real world, and I will be tying that story into the actual world. Same thing with every other combat simulation / dry run that we've run so far. They're all very important to the story, and I'll be putting all of them in. As a matter of fact, that night in particular is incredibly important to the story. Like really, really important to the story. I had basically, my fighter had an item that I had to explain why he had it, so I ended up using that. I didn't expect you guys all to die though, but you guys wanted to die, so. Bards are awesome. Bards are amazing. Some groups have like certain classes that are banned. There's no such thing as a class that's banned here. That being said, summoners are a little bit overpowered, so I'll probably be looking for a way to nerf them. Just a heads up. What are all the classes available for play? Classes available for play. That's actually a really good question. So, we have a barbarian, a bard, a cleric, a druid, a fighter, a monk, a paladin, a ranger, a rogue, a sorcerer, and a wizard. On top of that, you have the prestige classes for each one of those. And then you have... I want to make sure I read these directly from the book in order. I know all of them, but I want to do it anyways. Alchemist, Cavalier, Inquisitor, Oracle, Summoner, Witch, and Gunslinger. And then the prestige classes for all of those. We are going to be doing fucking multi-class leveling, if that's what you want to do. Hold on. We are going to be doing multi-class leveling, if that's what you want to do. That's totally acceptable. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, as it gets a little bit confusing and it doesn't really feel as strong as I want it to yet. I haven't really fixed it because it's not something I need to worry about right now. But if that's what you want to do, that you can absolutely do that. Also, hold on, YouTube. Okay, sorry about that. Little brother needed money. Let's see. Yeah, so multi-class leveling is a thing. Um, if you want to do it, you can by all means do it. Also, I put my books out of order and it's gonna bug me. Yeah. Other than that, prestige classes are all things. Every prestige class in there, anti-paladins, fallen clerics, all of that ridiculous shit. If you want to do it, you can do it. Magus, that's a thing too. I don't know if I didn't say it. It just isn't in the book, but yes, that's also a thing. Tepes. I apologize if I either skipped it in the book or if it's just not in my book, but that totally counts. It's on D20. I can look it up very easily. Prestige classes are. Let me see. The easiest way for me to show you guys prestige classes is just to show you mine. A prestige class is essentially a class within a class that has specific rules and allows you to trade things. So, for example, for those of you that watch my other endeavors into Pathfinder, Gitbar, my paladin, is not truly a paladin. He is a stone lord, which is a prestige class. So, if you come down here, stone lord, prestige class. So instead of getting, I trade this for Smite Evil. So instead of getting Smite Evil like a normal paladin would, I get Stone Strike. And then instead of getting, most of my stuff gets traded out for another type of thing. So it's a prestige class. It's the same class, just functions a little bit differently. Um, Jesus Christ, chat's going crazy now. What are all the classes available for play? Hectus, please, why you do this? No, Leon does not exist in my world. Leon came into the world momentarily in a dream and then was phased back out of existence by the arcane. No Magus, we said that. Someone should make a fighter who takes all toughness feats, gets like 400 HP. It's true, it's totally something you could do. How's the weather? Weather sucks. It's fucking horrible. It's like actually miserable. Is there anything that we should be prepared for that's, oh my god, unique and shocking to your world? My initiative system, as far as I know, is completely unique to my world. The link for this page, so that's actually a really good question. As far as you guys are concerned, I'll post a link in the bottom or in the description of this video. This website is going to be your god unless you have the actual books. This website, I mean, everything goes through me first because if there's certain things on the website or in the books that I don't agree with, we'll just remove it from the game. But this website is basically your god. So this has got every piece of information that you ever need to worry about. So if I'm not around, go here. How many playable characters are there in game? Playable races are there in game? So I am accepting basically any race as long as you clear it with me. For example, the fence. For those that haven't actually seen the other video, the fence is a 3 foot tall, 32-pound goblin rogue who helps out the guild master quite a bit. And yeah, she's a goblin. So basically any character, as long as you clear it through me first, you can do anything you want to do. Half dragon, probably not. Just because I don't know how the fuck I would even actually make that function properly in my world. Dragons are kind of not a thing too much. Can we clear the whale people that Leavington invented? Yes, Bergson, the whale people are clear. I will work. Honestly, if people want to do those, for those that don't know, I had Leafington actually created a playable race for me. Based off of one of our ridiculous knights. This is it. You can go ahead and pause the YouTube video now if you would like. I'll leave it up for another couple seconds. Basically, all I'm changing from this is I'm scratching the flying speed. You guys don't get to fly. However, once per day, you can have the levitate spell free of charge, or just for being your race. Other than that, yeah, that's the race. If you want to do that, absolutely. That is totally a thing that you can do. There's a race that's 1/4 celestial, 1/4 infernal, 1/4 demon, and 1/4 human. Dragon disciple are a thing in my world. Tepes, we'd have to talk about that in detail. We'd have to go into like very distinct detail about that, about how we would make that work. Has a level 9 adjustment. Yeah, that probably won't work then. Basically, anything within races and featured races on this website, I will consider to some extent. I'm not saying that you can have it, but I will consider it. A lot of the uncommon shit gets pretty complicated. Um, but yeah. Yeah. Does anyone else think of any questions? I know I'm missing stuff. I always miss stuff in these videos. Every time I try to make an explanatory video, I always miss a shit ton of stuff. So, um, can anyone think of anything that we're missing? Anyone come up with anything else that we're missing in general? Anything at all? Other than just like straight up setting and plot things, which we'll be going into a separate video. I think that's about it. Yeah. If you want to play, you know, comment on this YouTube video. Send me a Twitter message. Twitter's probably going to be a little bit harder. The easiest way, honestly, is YouTube. YouTube comments are the easiest way of getting at me because no one really comments on YouTube all that much, so it's basically a direct line to me. Banned spells. There are no banned spells, Azrenian. As of right now, there are 0 banned spells. That being said, if I bump into something that's ridiculous, I will remove it on the spot. But as of right now, nothing is banned at all. Nothing. I have zero banned anything. How does a whale shoot a bow? The whales have lived on land long enough that their hands have evolved. Their flippers have evolved into hands, not super useful hands, but hands nonetheless. Make sure to put the D20 in the video so people sign up. Will do. I think that's it. Yeah, I think Azrenian, I don't have banned anything, bro. Everything is up. Everything is up. If, like I said, if I bump into somebody just blatantly abusing something, I'll handle it in my own way. But I'm not gonna just remove stuff from the game. I think everything has its place eventually. Now that being said, I'm sure there's some stuff that's just blatantly overpowered that doesn't belong in a game, etc. and so forth. And if and when I bump into it, I'll handle it then. But for now, I've read through quite a bit of these books, and the stuff that I don't like, I've written in it with pencil like a child and changed it. Um, Give me 1 second, let me think. So yeah, basically, if you want to enter, comment on the YouTube video, send me a Twitter message, send me a Twitch PM, message me on Skype with why. Why should I let you play? Why should you be the person? Why should you be one of the 4 that starts this campaign off, that starts off the first time I've ever actually done these types of things? Why you? I think that's about it. Anyone else got anything for me? Anyone have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I don't see anything else. What's my YouTube? It's below the stream. It's also youtube.com/thesoborocks. Twitter is also beneath the stream. All of it's beneath the stream. I keep it all there and very easy to click stuff. It also has the rules, etc. and so forth. Rules! Fuck yeah, me for thinking of that. Fucking rules. Chat, I'm going to be linking these to you now. YouTube, they will be in the description. You need to read these through. I did not necessarily write them, but they hold the basic values that we're going to be going into this with. If you cannot do these rules, if you cannot basically not be a fucking twat, I will remove you, I will kill you, I will publicly embarrass you to my fullest extent. We're doing these for fun. This is not to cockflex. This is not to promote yourself or your stream or your YouTube or blah, 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 blah. At the end of it, I'll probably let people do shoutouts just because that's appropriate. But in the meantime, while we're actually playing the game, there's not going to be talking over people or talking down to people, except Kitty. There's not going to be, just read their fucking rules. Just don't be a twat. And if you are, and I'll probably give you a warning, and it probably won't be a very specific warning, and then I'll just kick you from Skype and kill your character and just be done with it. Just be done with it. And rule 14 is the game master will not say no to you if it is at all physically possible. I'm going to do my absolute best to say yes to every request, and try to have as much fun as possible. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I don't see anything, any other big things popping up in chat. I'm gonna go watch The Walking Dead. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. It makes me happy to have people to play games with and people that want to watch me play games and people that want to talk and hang out and chat and all that good stuff. It's fucking awesome. Um, yeah. I'll see you guys later.